Now we're talking. Excellent. It's a great day in the beautiful San Francisco Bay Area. We are getting back into it after a fantastic Thanksgiving in which there was too much consumption of food and there was too much consumption of beverages. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Oh, something I want to change. I'm going to do it on the fly. Why? Because we can. Give me just a second. I'm going to change the audio. I got a little bit of a delay on here. Let's see if I can change that. Radio check. Let me know if that lines up. Audio-wise. Maybe I can't change it once I'm live. Good to see everybody today, this morning. Awesome. The Zooch is in the house. Gary Mouton from Humboldt, Texas. Excellent. I'm going to put that down there. I am getting stuff together. Ed Terrell, awesome. And Darwin Sonata from the Wolverine state of Michigan. We'll see if there's any objections to that this morning. You know, if you're on the live stream, you get to dictate. Oh, indeed. I have a full house here. I have both my kids home and their significant others. And we had family and friends over yesterday. We hosted, so. Coffee and turkey. Well, I got the coffee going. Turkey in a bit. Turkey in a bit. Awesome. Mike Goodwin joining from Alaska. Good to see you, Mike. The keyboard is, it goes intermittently. It does appear to be working. Let's see if I go in the chat. The key. Yeah, my space bar is working. So we'll take it. Okay. I'm getting feedback from my tech team. Thank you, Oliver. That sound wasn't aligned. Let's try this. What happens if I go here? So this is mic delay of 1. This is a mic delay of 12. I'm going to go back to 1. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'm sure the audio sounds good. The question is there a synchronization there, or is there a delay? That's one thing I didn't take care of, but here's the deal. Today, this is sort of a, what are we going to call it? The toolbox is out, right? As we did the basketball rules expert on Wednesday, made that transition from what I was doing previously, and we're doing that with the 5 Play Friday show as well. So there may be some hiccups along the way. I was really focused on developing that for today. So the plays that we have are not fresh out of the oven, shall we say. We're going to look at some additional plays. I am really working on the mechanics of the show so that we'd be poised for greatness going forward. Right, I figured this quiet Friday after the Thanksgiving might be a good opportunity to do that. Okay, this is good. I appreciate the feedback that the previous, so this should be, Dave Krieg says 0.5 second delay, so we still have the opportunity to catch and shoot legally by rule. Oh my goodness. All right. A post-Thanksgiving Friday slate of games. And Mike, don't screw it up. Have a great time. Make the game better. Awesome. Oh, tremendous. Tremendous. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go here. and say, let's take a look. Okay. See, here's what we're doing. We are going to take a moment here, and I am going to do something. Let's see. If I go here and I say live demo mode. Now, do you see the big screen with the comments on the left and me in the middle and some other stuff all around? Is that what's showing up on the screen right now? Because this is what my interface with the software. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a change to my Stream Deck. And I'm going to add the ability on the fly to do something in Keynote where I'm going to play the next slide. I'm going to add that to my Keynote, or to my Stream Deck. And then I'm going to put the Stream Deck away. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's what I deal with. Obviously, all of the stuff needs to be configured in advance. Let's see. I'm going to go up here and say turn off live demo mode, right? So now we're going to do the rundown. And so there's a different screen and a different interface, and I'm getting my stuff together here, but we're going to take a look at the rundown every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, basketball rules expert, where we look at plays, we do all the things related to the rules of National Federation of High School Basketball so that we can take the rules with us onto the basketball court. And then every Friday, like today, at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern, we look at plays so we can get better as basketball officials, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm working from, this is actually a keynote presentation behind me, right? And so I'm going to have the ability to configure this more flexibly in the future. That's why the transition to this system. That's a little behind the scenes action. I see, I could change that typeface. If you are new to the stream, jump in the chat. Let us know where you officiate from. If you're new to me, my name is Greg Austin with thebetterofficial.com. We craft video to help basketball officials get better, and sometimes the video we craft is in the process of being crafted. And that's what we have today, but let us know where in the country or the world you officiate from. We've got a great group of officials here in the chat. Put your voice in the game. Join the conversation. And if you have an opinion or something about any of the plays that we see today, jump in the chat, put your voice in the game, and that way we can all get better together. If you have a play scenario for something that's come up so far in your season, drop it in the chat. Maybe we can get to that. And as Jason Hayes has already done so effectively, share the stream in all the socials. Hit the share button in the YouTube video below. You can just send it to the socials. All the things that I know you are, you got your Snapchats and you got your TikTokies and you got your, yeah. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I see. We got those. We got that. Well, that's interesting. Don't do that. Don't do that, ref. Okay. We learned something there. All right. No. Don't do that, ref. Man, I am making changes on the fly. Let's go here. Let's duplicate that. Let's put that up there. Let's publish our changes. Go back to live mode. All right. Okay, cool. We're making changes on the fly, right? Yeah, I am super excited about the potential, but we're working out the kinks now. But we're going to stop saying that in the future. That's the thing. Now that we'll sort of achieve equilibrium starting next week, and then we will not have to deal with the technology. I'm sure all problems will go away in the future once I make these changes. Billy Mack, yes, absolutely. Share the stream onto your MySpace page. Oh, tremendous. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm queued up. Right, so we're going to look today at some plays that are. You see, here's the plan. Normally, we film the show, 5 Play Friday. We're going to edit that down. We're going to post that up, etc. Today, we're doing a live stream. We're just going to do the live stream, and it'll stay up for a little bit, and then it will go away. Right? Like, this is not an actual show. I'm just going to show some clips that we've had from previous episodes, so that I can work out the kinks. I've got a trio of software working, etc. So allow me that, and we'll look at plays. And anytime we look at a play, even if we've looked at it before, you know there's something in there of value that we can get out of it. Samantha Howard is in the house. That's tremendous. That's great to hear, Samantha. Right? Fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Just get out there and do the best you can for the game and for the teams. Allow them to compete safely and fairly, and constantly work on improving yourself, and you'll have a great formula for success going forward. That's just the thing. You start officiating, it's like, whoa, this is fun. Ray, you will not see me at the NorCal Kickoff Classic this week. I have a full house and am entertaining, so I am not officiating today or tomorrow or Sunday, where we have collegiate games on Sunday. Absolutely, Billy. Summer reruns. Here we go. All right. So what I would normally do is do something here, and I would say, hold on. That was interesting. Okay, we might have some work to do along the way there. That's fine. That is fine and dandy. We are. Yeah. Both my kids are home, including my favorite child. We'll let them chew on that. Yeah. Where is it? Down at Dublin? Dublin High, Ray? We'll see. We'll see. I will not be there. I will not be in attendance, but maybe there will be some game video on NorCal that I can analyze and start pulling clips from game video so that we can all get better together. All right. Now, let me make the transition here. Right. I'm just going to do it that way. Okay. These are the things we're working out. But I'll tell you what, we're here to look at plays. 5 plays. Stick around. Come on now. Oh. I got you. I got you. I see where I am. Hey, we're here to look at plays. 5 plays to be exact. Stick around. Greetings and welcome back. 5 Play Friday, where we do all the things. We look at game videos so that we can get better as basketball officials. Right. And I would have this queued up and ready to go. Yeah, right. Greetings again, everybody. My name is Greg Austin with A Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better and take control of their officiating career. Allow me to take a moment to thank our tremendous show supporters who make the show possible. Les O'Connor Jr., hold on. Huh. Let's go back to there. Again, I am just working out the kinks, and I appreciate your patience. Greg Austin, A Better Official. We craft video. You know what we do. Allow us to thank our tremendous show supporters who make the show possible. Les O'Connor Jr., Julian Strickland, Thomas Burnside, Jay Brown, and Mark Harvey. Much appreciated and much love. You want to support the show? Where's my video? Didn't happen. Okay, that's something to fix. I'm not going to stop and fix it now, but I appreciate everybody's patience. We are here today, 5 Play Friday, looking at plays, getting better as basketball officials. Aaron, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on. We're having sort of a, the toolbox is open, not just for our game that we're trying to work on, but for the show itself. So this is a special, exciting post-Thanksgiving show where we just like making stuff up as we go. And yet the one constant, coffee. Yeah, a lot of football yesterday. Ooh, a lot of commercials. Okay, so if I was here, I would actually want to go here. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Okay. Before we get started, Ed Terrell's got a play, super exciting game situation this week. Allowed a coach to talk me into a lack of confidence on a call. Had a shot blocked twice. Second block on the way down. I had a goaltend and scored it. And afterward, I assume the coach disagreed with your call and made you doubt yourself, kind of thing. Oh, I see. Sort of like in football, where if the ball is tipped, you can't have pass interference, kind of like that. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, coach. If the try is a try and it meets the criteria of a goaltend, that would be a goaltending violation. Whether the ball was tipped on the way up is not a factor on the play. The same would apply to basket interference. Basket interference doesn't even need to be a try. It can be a pass that's contacted above the cylinder. It can be a throw-in pass that's contacted above the cylinder. So, yeah, so, assuming, I'm making an assumption there that we're sort of like borrowing rule sets from other sports or other levels, and they're sort of influencing our game. And like, that sounds right. Like after a tip, then you can't have the thing. It's like, oh. You can have a momentary loss of confidence in that situation. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That'd be a great comeback, Coach. Indeed, I may be an idiot, but that call was correct. Awesome. Scott Burns jumping in from Scott. In your absence, we have established that it is the Wolverine state. So sorry about that. Yeah, Critton. So, from a practical point, or from a practical point of view, if you are a calling official and you make a call and you look right at the player and you cannot tell what their number is, that's a good hint that the uniforms may be illegal. And sometimes the uniforms are really old, etc. But if you just get into that fundamental situation, I am looking right at the player and I can't tell for an instant, let's say. Why can't I tell? Because the numbers are not properly colored, or the numbers are properly positioned, or the numbers are too small, or all of the things. Of course, that is, of course, our favorite rule is illegal uniforms. But I had a game, I remember, and this girls' team was using ancient uniforms. One of the great things about in recent years is the proliferation of new uniforms. The older style uniforms have gone away. The uniform manufacturers, I think, have been really aggressive. And while new uniforms can come in and be completely illegal and all of the things, the newer uniforms can tend to be we're not bringing things from the past that have affected us. So these ancient uniforms had these little tiny numbers in the front, and they were offset, right? And that's exactly what the situation I was describing to Critton. I am looking right at the player. I'm looking right at her. She's standing there, and she said, and why can I not see that number, right? Because it's not in the right position, it's not the right size, etc. And if you have Critton illegal numbers by rule, in that they do not meet some criteria, then in high school rules, in FIBA, I do not know, but in high school rules, that would be a direct technical foul on the head coach for illegal uniforms, one foul, technical foul for all illegal numbers. But we're going to handle that as we would. Okay. All right. Now, go here. Let's see how this goes. All right. So I would say let's take a look at play number 1. All right. Okay. Let me ask you a question. You probably hear that audio from the game. Okay. All right. I'm working stuff out. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Greg's going to be a little bigger. That's too big. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get rid of him and get him over here. No, that's not bad. How about that? Okay, so what do we have on this play? This is from a recent meeting. This is the simplest of delayed lane violations. We have an opponent of the thrower who violates. The official properly signals with a delayed violation signal. If the free throw misses, then we would have a substitute free throw on the play. One of the things that we can look on the play that we can find interesting is The energy, of course, during a free throw, especially in marked lane spaces, right? It's like participants in a race at the starting line. Everybody's poised, ready for the the initiation of the race. It's the starter's gun in a sprint, etc. Right? And so in this situation, we can have any false move by the thrower, by the opponents, can lead to somebody violating. Right? So in this case, everybody's ready to go. One player violates, her teammate maybe looking and seeing that movement in the first mark lane space also gets a little off balance as well, but the teammate of the thrower does not react. If the teammate of the thrower did react in this situation, then we would ignore that violation. In marked lane spaces, if the opponent goes first, followed by the teammate of the thrower, then we would not have a violation in that instance. So there's some stuff there that we can learn. Get rid of that guy there, because we are working out the kinks. So if I go back here, the simplest of free throw violations, the delayed violation on the opponents of the thrower, the free throw misses, we award a substitute free throw by rule. If it was the first of a 1-on-1, right? If it was the first of two, the first of multiple, second, etc. All of the things, this is a replacement for the one where the defensive player violated. That's what we have there. And then we would go back here, and we would be ready to go with play number 2.
Box out.
So we have another. Let me know in the background, or let me know if the audio on the play is still staying as loud. It won't be a factor in the future, but it may be a factor now. Right, so we have a similar play here, except we have a player beyond the arc, and of course a player beyond the arc does not have the same restrictions as players in marked lane spaces. They, like the thrower, cannot break the plane of the three-point line until the ball contacts the backboard or the ring, right? So in this situation, this is a violation on that player outside the arc. Again, this is a two-person game here in California. And we can say, well, why did we miss this? And why did we miss the cues, right? So remember, one of the cues that we see from players in marked lane spaces is they are ready to go. It's like at the start of a race, pent up energy, just waiting for the instant of the release before they can enter and get a position on their opponent or box out the shooter or do any of the things. We see that energy. If we detect that same energy beyond the three-point arc, right, that's hey ref, I'm about to violate, right? We see that starter, that start of a race energy, right? Poised and ready to go. And sometimes we could talk that player out of it. Hey, we're wait for it to hit back here, or some ability to do that, right? So why would our trail official miss this play in a two-person game? What are the factors that contribute to that? Whoops. See, he's engaged with the bench, right? He turns and says something to the coach and misses the play, right? So we always have to think of when we analyze our own game video. When we analyze our own game video is, when I do engage the coach, how does it affect my officiating? And if I identify situations where I'm engaged with the coach and I'm looking at the coach, as opposed to engaged with the coach and still officiating, right? Or not engaged with the coach, which one of those, do I excel? Does my officiating excel, right? And obviously it's going to be, oh, okay, wait a minute. Right, so we missed this violation, and when we analyze our game video, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just like, well, okay, a violation occurred in my game and I missed it. Why? I was in good position, right? I wasn't officiating. I was distracted, or sometimes plays happen in free throw situations, and you realize I was just thinking about that call. We obviously made a call to put this player on the line, right? And so. We're analyzing all the things in that situation. So that's a free throw violation play. Again, a very simple and common situation. If we did have the little puzzler you could throw out is if we did have a violation ruled on this play, where would the resulting throw-in be? I'll let you puzzle over that for a second, right? So we're here. Player violates. Where is the resulting throw-in? Oh, Dave, you're very optimistic. Right? We could do all of the things at the youth level. They don't always necessarily percolate up. But it is, it is great to impact kids at a younger level so that they can understand. The problem here, of course, is that they watch basketball on TV. They see in the NBA their favorite player, their point guard player. They always come in immediately on the release from beyond the arc. They see that and they think, well, that's basketball, right? Dave's going at the 28-foot line. I don't think we're going there since the top of the arc is below the 28-foot line. But I believe this would be a sideline throw-in by rule. But who cares, right? Very infrequent situation. Oh, we got hair issues? Yeah, I don't think so, Darwin. I don't think they're going to address a length of hair. I do not think that is going to be a thing. If we think about that, if we just think about what hornet's nest that would open up, we are banging a hornet's nest with a stick if we're going to put restrictions on players' hair. I think. We just have to say, if there's a safety issue, then we're going to go from there. Pompey, I'd say that's going to be pretty accurate. And good to see you on the stream. Okay, that was fun. I would go back here to this scene to initiate play number 3. Let's take a look. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now I got work to do there. Okay, so what do we have on this play? We have another very common free throw violation. The thrower releases their throw. They recognize, uh-oh, That's going to miss. I need to go get the rebound, and they violate prior to the ball contacting the ring. We can see that violation is obvious, right? And this is a violation by rule. This would be a free throw awarded to the opponent at the end line, at the spot nearest the violation, right? So we can also have situations where a player violates a little bit, right? Now, what do we have on this play? This player, like sometimes we do youth level games, and the players are allowed to go over the free throw line, but sort of a natural step because they're really small kids and they can't reach the basket, etc. And so we allow that. But if they participate and they use that to their advantage and run in and get the rebound, then, this is now a violation by rule. And so this is a play we definitely don't want to miss, right? This is a clear violation by the thrower, and one that, the subsequent actions really enhance the fact that we have to put a whistle on this play. Now, sometimes you get a player, they got big shoes, and when they go up on their toes to release the try, one of their toes touches the line. And we're going to make judgments about that. Sometimes we can have the ball is almost to the ring and they take a natural step forward as part of their free throw shooting motion. Again, we see this. This is not something that's enforced at the NBA level. Players see players sort of take a natural step into the lane after the release of their throws. But in this instance, we get the play right and rule a violation on the play. Billy Mack gives us the chronology that veteran officials have to deal with. Let's see, I'll put that up again. 70-71 when it hits. In 81 when it's released. Back in 93, we change it back to hits. In 96, oy. That's crazy. The doctor's in the house. Fantastic. Good to see you. Yeah, the 28-foot line is about 3 feet above the top of the arc, right? Even though we have a discrepancy between 28 and 19.9, the actual difference is approximately 3 feet, because the 19.9, of course, is from the basket, which is offset from the end line. All of the things. The Chuck and Duck. You should trademark that. Okay. All right. That's awesome. Again, so I'll show in one of our bonus plays, I'll show what the actual format for these videos would be in the future, and I've got that all worked out, but I didn't have time to prep the videos. So if we look one more time at this play, it looks like we have sort of a senior night scenario. We got those balloons and chairs. Probably for parents, or maybe it's a kind of a showcase game. I don't know. It is what it is. What was that? Play number 3? Well, let's look at play number 4.
First I've seen that. Just pick out everybody.
Okay, we recognize this play. So let me know if the audio is coming through. That should be fixed. You should have been able to hear the audio, and now the audio gets muted because now I'm talking here, and we don't want that in the background. So this is a violation by the thrower, right? The thrower is not allowed to fake. Remember that energy that we have on all the participants on the lane line, right? This would be like we're about to start a race, and somebody coughs really loudly, or some such, right? Then all the participants are just like at the highest level of anticipation and reaction, right? So our thrower is not allowed to violate by rule our crew here is taking a nap and disconnected from the game and not recognizing what actually happened on the play. And if you watch your own free throw situations, you may find that that becomes a factor. I don't know where we were in the game, the competitiveness, the level of competitiveness. Don't know what we had here, but crew gets this wrong. This is a violation on the thrower. That free throw is canceled, and it should move on to what happens next. This is, Billy Mack, a real fake. Yes, this is not a reaction. Sometimes players have a hitch in their motion, and we have to be sensitive to that, right? If they're shooting the first of two, we see some where they pause and then release, right? And the players on the lane line are responsible to notice that and be aware of that. And then on the second free throw, the player does the exact same thing, but now the opponents in the lane line are ready to react and get in quickly, and they see that hitch and they violate. If it's the part of the natural shooting motion of the thrower, then it is not a fake by the thrower. Yep. She played it off and she played us, right? Yep. We didn't do that one right. Okay, that should have been play number 4. So I'd go here and say, let's take a look. Play number 5.
First I've seen that.
All right, so this is from our recent fight video. There's so much on this play. There's so much going on that sideline. And with players coming off the benches, etc., we won't spend too much time on this as we just covered it recently. But we have a distracted calling official. Our new lead is looking down the court. We have this fight that ends up in the bench area, which is a very unique situation. We've got an official who goes in, contacting players, leaning on players, etc. We got law enforcement coming in from the sidelines, and then we have players from their teammate is buried on the opponent's bench. They're supposed to stay at their bench and just watch, right? That natural human reaction of my brother is down there. I'm going to help my brother, right? So we have to be aware of players leaving bench area. All of the things. Right, if we go back to the beginning, again, we have an assistant coach that distracts, makes a comment, right, and our calling official turns and reacts to the assistant coach, and then the coach says, okay, I got him, you don't have to worry about that. But that official's not going to be aware of this play that's happening, and our lead is going down, etc. Got that action. Camera pulls back. So law enforcement officers on the scene, going to help. We've got these players in the back here, up against by the exit signs. Where did they come from? Let's take a look. Okay, they're just players on the bench who end up standing up, but they are bench personnel. Right, they get knocked down, back up, stand up. Right, and have to get displaced by the law. So they actually, potentially engaged on the fight. There's just so much going on here on this play, right? But that was part of our fight scenario plays. Johnny Lamb is in the house, or John Lamb, sorry. Great job by one official staying at the table to hopefully give table numbers of players leaving the bench / participating. This is going to be a really tough play to sort out in the end. And just recognizing that it is extremely unique for this fight situation to be brought to the bench, right? That it's hard enough when it's in the middle of the floor, right? It's hard enough to, have all the information we need. So at the high school level, obviously, we have no video review, et cetera. If this occurred at the NBA level, they're going to look at all the players. They have it from 12 different angles, et cetera. All we have is the information that we have as a crew, and potentially as our crew at the table may have some information for us as well. So a challenging situation. And we've reviewed that play before, but like I say, with each new viewing, there's something else you see that you didn't see before. All right, let's take a look at a bonus play. Well, we reviewed this play before, right? Interesting in that we have to sort things out. This is a layered play. We have live ball contact followed by dead ball fighting, right? The punch thrown. So this is going to lead to complexity and the fact that our player who commits the dead ball fighting action was the offended player on the play. So we're going to have to sort through all of the things, right? Procedurally, how are we going to do this? That's what makes the play unique. This is a layered play. We have live ball contact, dead ball contact. We have complexity. Our shooter has been disqualified. How are things going to proceed, right? This would be a great example of a situation where we are going to send players to their benches and do all of the things, sort things out. We have all of the answers as a crew before we go and report, before we communicate with stakeholders in the game about what's going to happen next, etc. Right? So it's a good chance to review that. And of course, we have a flagrant, in my judgment, flagrant foul, followed by a fighting action by the offended player. So we are going to first enforce the flagrant foul, which would be 2 free throws for the offended player or their eligible substitute, and the ball at the end line nearest the foul, right? Except subsequently, there's a tactical foul, so any teammate or any player or eligible substitute from the opponent there would shoot 2 free throws, followed by a division line throw-in, right? The last action, that last technical foul, dictates what happens next in terms of the throw-in. So we would have a substitute shoot the 2 free throws with the lane cleared, followed by any player or eligible substitute from black shooting 2 free throws and the ball for a division line throw-in. And we'd want to make sure we had all of that information. What's the status of the clock, status of shot clocks, et cetera, et cetera. Do we need to communicate this? Does it rise to a level of the stakeholders in the game need to be informed what we have? Or can we just go, right? We go report, hey, we have a flagrant foul on this player, followed by a technical foul on this player. This is what we're going to do, right? Because one of the things we may want to do is say, coach, because let's say you're the team in white. What happens next? The white coach needs to know he has to produce a substitute, right? So we may want to get our coaches together. Hey, coaches, here's what we have. We have a flagrant foul followed by fighting by this player. What I need a substitute for the player who's been coached. That player is disqualified. Oh, I guess they're not. Coach, that player has been assessed a flagrant foul they are disqualified. I'm going to need a substitute, and that substitute will attempt the 2 free throws for the foul. And then coach, black coach, I'm going to need you get any player eligible substitute shooting 2, and it's going to be your ball at the division line opposite the table. Everybody clear? Yeah, not a chance to argue. No, I don't care about your opinion on the play. I hear you, but this is what we're doing. We've made a ruling, we're communicating a ruling, and now we're moving on. Hey, Les, have a great one. We will see you next week. Awesome. Great. Okay, cool. When I go there, okay. So, a play that we've seen before, but a great chance to review all of the things. Let's look now at another bonus play. Right, so this is our correctable error play. If we go back I'll go back to the beginning. We'll sort of narrate the play. We have a foul ruled here, a block charge play, I think. We're going end line, but ultimately this was the 7th team foul. Bonus free throws should have been attempted. Greg's going to switch. Need to properly switch. If we notice our official table side, they do right here something. Right? Maybe our table was saying, hey, ref, that's 7, right? Could be. No guarantee. Button hook, dunk, right? Inbound the ball. This is a fantastic shot. Boom. I love that shot. That is a dagger. All right. So then our crew recognizes, we should have shot bonus free throws. We get together, we assess this as a crew, and ultimately they end up shooting the merited free throws. But clearly what we have here is a situation where the correctable error time frame had ended. I showed this clip over during the last weekend at my local association meeting and talking about correctable errors. You would not believe how many officials did not know that the ball becomes dead when it goes in on a goal. I couldn't believe it, right? So obviously understanding these things are critical. This is always going to be challenging because we're going to have to reconstruct. And it's the nature of correctable errors, right? Is we have to reconstruct. What was the series of events that led up to where we are right now? We had something. We inbounded the ball instead of shooting merited free throws. Stuff has happened. What is that stuff? Because that stuff is going to determine whether we can correct that error or not. And if we determine it's not correctable because the period to correct has passed, then we just move on, right? We are not going to fix. John Lamb, it's too late twice, right? So if we just review the play, we can go here, right? So we are erroneously not awarding merited free throws in this situation. Instead of awarding merited free throws, and this is going to be the most common correctable error situation, we give the ball to the team for a throw-in. The ball has become live. When the ball becomes dead and before the ball becomes live would be our last opportunity to correct. This ball becomes live. It remains live. It is still live. It is still live. It is dead. And now it's alive again. Boom. Our window has closed. This subsequent try that goes in the goal would have also ended the period, should we? So we've had the double whammy. We should not be correcting this error by rule. So we live and learn. We got this one wrong. So, but understanding also, recognizing, looking at this situation, this very situation, right? Because this is going to be the most common correctable error situation you have in your game, right? This is the most common one because we don't get correct information from the table. This is going to be much more common than awarding unmerited free throws in the same situation. Right, not recognizing we should shoot bonus free throws is going to be our most common. So understanding what has to happen, understanding the window of time, understanding that we have to put pieces together as a crew to solve the puzzle and understand whether we have a correctable error situation or not, are all the variables that we face on a play like that. So let's look now at another bonus play.
Hausman over in the corner. Back out on top, George. Rule will say hand check from behind on Sheridan Green.
All right, I'm going to narrate this. So we have another correctable error situation when we start at the beginning, featuring one of our show collaborators here. Right, so we have a foul ruled by the center official for illegal contact, end line throw in, except this was the 7th team foul and merited bonus free throws should have been awarded. Our ball becomes live, the game continues on, stuff happens, and then at some point we get information, hey ref, right? And we have to do that detective work, that forensic work on the play. So our ball has now become live. Inbounded. Goal is scored. That's a clue. Ball is inbounded. Stuff happens. Ball is out of bounds, right? So that's where, and then we get the information from the table, right? And this, in my mind, it tells you the exact situation you have. You are officiating the throw-in. You are officiating the defender on the resulting try. You are officiating the transition action. You are officiating in real time. And then boom, oh, hey ref, we got a problem, right? This thing happened. Okay, all right. Right, just recognize what this means in terms of sorting out as a crew what has happened. We erroneously awarded a throw-in when we should have shot free throws. What has happened since then? Can we reconstruct that in our minds? It's not an easy challenge, right? When I presented this, the thing about correctable errors, if I say, okay, we're going to look at a correctable error play, right? Then it's like, okay, I'm looking for the window opening and closing. But if I just say this play shows illegal contact off a ball and we're looking for that, then the play happens and then you say, oh, actually, wait, this is the correctable error play. Should we have awarded replacement free throws, and how would we handle the situation, right? Do we shoot the free throws with the lane cleared, et cetera, et cetera? So this clip does, Chris, feature a show contributor, somebody on the chat. My good one says Trail was brand new. He's got inside information. Could be my good one on the call. It is the season. 'Tis the season, my good one. So ultimately, we award replacement free throws in this situation with the lane cleared, right? So, this would be a chance, of course, to review in this situation. If the error was discovered, let's say, why don't we go back? And again, this is the most common scenario. So learning how to extricate ourselves from this scenario is key, right? We have the foul. End line throw-in, should have shot free throws, right? What happens next? Here we go. The ball becomes live. All right, that begins our period. Correctable error time frame. Ball is inbounded. The ball is live. Live. Goal is scored, right? Table says, hey ref. Right? So what do we have to do in this situation? We have to identify we have erroneously given the ball for a throw-in instead of free throws. What has happened next? We just stopped the game. What is the point of interruption? We need to know that. Is it within the correctable error time frame? We need to know that. Those things are going to determine what happens next. If we were informed at this point, what would happen next? We would give the player their merited free throws with the lane cleared, and then red has an end line throw-in, non-designated spot throw-in, to resume the game, right? So understanding what our point of interruption is and whether or not a change of possession has occurred. White was given the ball for the throw-in. Red now has the ball for a throw-in. So that would qualify as a change of possession has occurred. Let's go back and see what about this scenario? What if right here like the white coach has gone to the table and say, hey, blow the horn, we got a correctable error, or stop the game, you're screwing it up, whatever the language they use. And we know right now, how would we resume, right? White was erroneously given the ball for a throw-in. White has the ball. There has been no change of possession. Red has not gained control, and then white has gotten control back or anything like that. So in this situation, if it was notified now, we would resume the game with merited free throws and players unmarked lane spaces, right? So again, understanding this scenario is going to give us, there's 5 correctable errors. This is the one that happens 80% of the time. This is a 80-20 rule come to life. Come to life. Ooh, add that to the list, Jason. Yep. Yeah. Anytime there's a correctable error situation, we can say, oh, you should do the things that I do, because I do all of the things that make correctable error situations never occur in my game, right? I've got all the skills and techniques and savvy, etc., but it happens at all levels. It will happen in your game. Events will conspire against you. Right? You may think, wait a minute, that's the 7th team foul. Hey, book, right? That's no ref, that's 6, right? And the visiting team says, no, that's, and then we resume play, and it's like, wait a minute, right? Despite all of our best efforts. Now, obviously, we want to have best efforts. We want to have mechanisms in place that reduce correctable errors, but events can conspire and will conspire and put correctable error situations in our game when we least expect it. And it's potentially embarrassing, but we just need to know how to extricate ourselves by rule so we can resume the game properly. All right. Another bonus play is in the offing.
With about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. And we've got a little scramble on the floor there. Here's a shot from outside. Chevalier misses the shot. And we've got a Clovis West player on the court hurt. And that's Campbell, it looks like. It is Campbell. That's
Right, we had this play just last week. Again, I apologize for not having clips available. Just a crazy scenario. White down by 1, does that slip and fall, dribbles and stands, comes down the court, has the presence of mind to hit the shot. Just a tremendous play. And then we've got slow-mo replay, and this is going to be the format that I use in the future. It's actually going to have 3 videos for each play. Again, thanks for letting me work through these. That is legal. We got the optical illusion of the table. It looks like a sideline. Our center has an open look on that play. Could have had a better angle. Trail's there. Exciting, thrilling, crazy town. Legal play. I go there. I talk to you. I go there. We're poised for greatness. Let's look at another bonus play. Right, so I just, like within the final couple of minutes before the show, got to work these issues out. See, my window keeps changing position. Created this sequence, right? So that would be the idea, what we would want. I want that. And then we have the play with sound. And then I have the play for slow motion and all this stuff. So that's the sequence going forward. So what do we have on this play? And what are we looking at for, right? So our official is beat, button hook, contact, airborne player, hard to the floor, lands on his backside. Man, that's got to hurt. What's the behavior of the officials? What's the behavior on the court? Who is going where? Right? Recognizing when we have a hard foul, we don't need to be in a rush. I've got a foul. Yes, but what do we expect to have happen? We're going to, there's going to be energy at the spot where that player is on the floor. Who's coming in to help that player? Who's coming in to, go after the guy who committed the foul, etc.? Right? So we have two situations here. We have the lead. Watch the direction that they go. They go to the table instead of potentially at least stopping to observe what happens, right? And then kind of be down there, right? And then our new lead, right, coming down on the play, look at the direction he's going, right? He should be going to the spot nearest the foul. We're going to have potentially a player being injured on this play. We may need to bring the coach, beckon the coach. Coaches. Right? He's the coach for the visitor. He's a coach for the player who fouled. Are we allowing him on the on the court in this situation? What's he saying? Like, was it like he warded off or something? I don't know what the coach has to say about that play. Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. Right. So takeaways on this play, whether you deem this to be an intentional foul or not, or a flagrant foul, or a common foul, right? When we analyze our game video, we are looking at all of the things, right? All the things we do as officials on the court. So this gives us stuff on this play. All right. Oh, we're talking about the previous play. Yeah. That's the key thing, right? We have a hard foul. We have a hard fall, right? This should immediately put a pause on any reporting, right? And when we go to the table, when our first move is to the table, we have no opportunity as a crew to put information. Let's say you're the trail on this play, and you or the center, right? And your partner's in a hurry to go to the table. Maybe you think, hey, we have to upgrade that play. That has to be a minimum of intentional. Maybe that is your view on the play, right? If your partner goes beeline and reports, then we close that window for to have that discussion. So again, we're looking at habits, and habits. All right, tremendous. Okay. I appreciate everyone allowing me to work through the kinks here. Okay, I don't have a natural transition set up. Okay, so I would say that's the show ending movie. So I'm going to go here. Yeah. No? Give me just a second. Where's my overlay? Keynote overlay. Okay. Yeah, that comes out. Okay, now I know where I am. All right. So thank you for joining us today on 5 Play Friday. Much appreciated. If you think this is the content that you need, now would be a great time to hit like, subscribe, and notify us so you don't miss out on any of our new content. We live stream 2 times a week. There'd be a nice little graphic that shows up on the bottom there. Allow me to thank our tremendous show supporters. Les O'Connor Jr., Julian Strickland, Thomas Burnside, Jay Brown, and Mark Harvey. Much appreciated and much love. You want to support the show? Come on, graphic. No! You want to support the show? That's awesome. I would go there. No. Okay. I'll work it out. All right. And then after that, I would go to the ending of the show. There's a little too much Greg there. How about that? How about that? Yeah, we got to fix that. Okay. Supposed to be a movie showing. It's not showing. Got to fix that. And then we would come back and be back here. Oh, well. Work to do. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody standing, working through me on this. Again, this won't turn into a show, I don't think. This will just be Greg working through it live with his cohorts who keep him honest. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Such, so the bottom line is, in the end, we want to create a situation where the show starts, the show goes to the end, all the things are worked out, everything moves smoothly, and then the editing process is almost insignificant, and then we're faster, right? So I've got the stuff to work on, and Dave Krieg, awesome, tremendous. Okay, let's do it. Let's just go out and enjoy that Friday. If you've got post-Thanksgiving games to do like Les did, that's tremendous. Hit it. Go get that right. And I have events with the family today, and we'll see everybody next week. Let me go. I would go here. The extravaganza. It was quite the extravaganza. I agree. All right. Awesome. I will say goodbye. Take care.